Many of us are chomping at the bit. Football season right around the corner, and we're making it a priority to not miss a beat when it comes to your Wildcats and Jayhawks. And for that, we go to Arlington, Texas, where it's currently 103 degrees, but it's also Big 12 Media Days. It all starts tomorrow, and 27 Sports Director Glenn Kinley joins us live right now. So, Glenn, I hope you're staying hydrated.
Yeah, David, lots of water and the AC on full blast in the car today. It is hot down here, but I'm getting through it just fine because if we're talking about football, I'm always in a good mood. And we're talking about K-State football right now. So I'm joined by Derek Young, a K-State Online editor. He knows everything there is to know about K-State football. Derek, I feel like it's always a good idea if you're talking football, talk about the quarterback, but we have a new quarterback for K-State this year. It's been Skylar Thompson the last few years. Adrian Martinez, would you consider him an X factor for this offense?
Yeah, and they're going to break in a new offense this year, so having a guy that's played a lot of college football will be a bonus. There's a reason why he's going to be one of the more popular players in Arlington tomorrow. He's got a productive past. He's one of the best playmakers in all of college football. If he cuts down on the turnovers, he's a real weapon for K-State.
And I think K-State fans are excited, it's fair to say. You got a lot of defenders returning, and then obviously you have Deuce Vaughn coming back. Maybe a few guys excited about that. Is there an area of concern, though? I think K-State fans, the energy is pretty positive right now. Is there an area that you might be, that could come back to haunt K-State this fall?
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows that the defense is going to be pretty good this year. It's going to be one of the bright spots for Kansas State with all the proven production returning. If you're talking about Felix Anudike-Uzomah, Daniel Green, Eli Huggins. But we don't really know what we're going to get from the safety position. It's going to be 3 new starters. They lost all 3 from a year ago. Is TJ Smith, Kobe Savage, players like that going to be enough? That's something we still have to figure out.
And I want to ask you about the offensive line. They lost, we know Noah Johnson was the center on that offensive line. Also Josh Rivas and Ben Adler go. Is that going to be potentially an area that could need improvement this year, or the offensive line will be just fine?
I tend to think it'll still be just fine. Connor Riley is one of the best offensive line coaches in all of America. He's had a tough task each year replacing guys, and it's really came out for the better part each time. So you'll have Hayden Gillum probably at center, and Taylor Portier, who's played a lot of football as well. So I think they'll be able to figure it out.
And we talked about that defense. We know Daniel Green, we know Felix, we know Eli Huggins. The 2 of those guys are down here for this Big 12 Media Days. What's the ceiling for this defense? Is it as good as people are saying it might be this fall?
I think so. It was a top 4 defense last year. Now a lot of guys coming back, and especially the pass rush is what I love the most with Felix and Nate Matlack, and then get Khalid Duke back. So top 4 last year, you got to think they should be content for top 2, top 3 this year.
Awesome. Well, Derek, we appreciate your time. Well, we're going to have more Big 12 media talk coming up. Don't forget, Jayhawks fans, we didn't forget about you. We're going to talk some Jayhawk football later on in sports. For now, working for you live in Arlington, Glenn Kinley, 27 Sports.
All right, looks like you're keeping your cool, Glenn, and also have a good time while you're down there, too.